Today, Mr. Deepak Kanere
Hmm.
is sharing his experiences, and he has done lot of work in ferrocement.
Hmm.
Actually, he is mechanical engineer. He is diploma in mechanical engineering. He did his diploma in mechanical engineering in 1988. Earlier, he was working with Cadbury and Hindustan Liver as refrigeration in charge for ice cream division. From 2007, he is in biogas plant. He has done he has done research in biogas, basic research, and had developed many things. In 2016, he is working with ferrocement and has completed various projects related to biogas domes, sewage treatment plants. He has also constructed check dams with ferrocement for water conservation, and he has also constructed his own house with ferrocement. It is in Nanded. So I request him to continue and share his experiences and how he has worked with ferrocement.
I'm presenting my subject with the help of some slides. Now, this particular slide illustrates you a dome which I have constructed at Patoda district, Bid. This is 60 meter cube biogas dome. Earlier to this, we have also constructed some domes, but not more than 80 meter cube capacity. This was only because of some constraint in lifting the biogas holder, as it is made up of MS. So we were thinking of having capacity of cranes at different sites. So depending on the crane availability, we have restricted ourselves with 80 meter cube. Now this 60 meter cube dome, which we built at Bid, is basically for school purpose. It's used for residential school for cooking. In this dome, we have used biogas storage in separate balloon. Now this becomes only a digester, and the gas has been stored into separate balloon because we have made it liquid proof. And for biogas, the digester has to be gas proof. Now that was the great constraint in front of us, but we have overcome with the issue. Later on, I will explain you in my uh, slide. Next slide, please. Okay, this is having some two different positions of biogas plant. It is not only a biogas plant, but this is STP plus biogas plant. This has been built at Taluka Barshi, district Solapur. This has been at measuring around 35 feet in length, that is the diameter, and 10 feet in height. Out of 10 feet, 7 feet is below the ground and 3 feet is above the ground. We have made it leak proof, liquid proof, but we have a constraint of making it gas proof. So what we have applied a theory of FRP, that is fiber reinforcement plastic. You must have seen in the slide the blue colored portion has been, we have applied a small uh, thickness fiber sheet onto this dome, which is 2 mm, and with the help of thinner, hardener, and cobalt, we have pasted it on the top of this. Dr. B.N. Divekar has suggested this dome as inflatable dome. So we are calling it inflatable dome. This inflatable dome consists of 200 meter cube capacity. Out of this, there is a 70 meter cube capacity biogas stock inside of this inflatable dome. Now, By applying FRP lining onto this top of dome, we have overcome the issue of making the biogas leak proof. Now, somebody has asked already that in my presentation, if I'm working in the field of biogas, how I have overcome the issue of making it leak proof, that is gas proof. So we have made it liquid proof and we have made it gas proof also. This is 200 meter cube capacity biogas plant, which digests human excreta of around 600 persons. In addition to this, a food waste has been fed into this biogas digester, and around 70 meter cube of biogas, that is equivalent to 35 kgs of LPG. In rough, we can call it as 2 cylinders a day. Now, the beauty of this project is quoted a price of around 6 lakhs rupees. And out of this, by saving around 2 cylinders a day, the school has a saving of around 2000 rupees a day. And within 300 working days, they have encashed the price of the biogas plant. Now, STP, that is sewage treatment plant, was an optional thing for this site, and it has been quoted around 12 lakhs rupees. Now, in 6 lakhs rupees, we have made it a biogas plant along with STP. This will be the USP of this plant. Next slide, please. Okay. In this, there are three different things. One is a 40 meter cube ferrocement biogas digester at the place called Mandi in Himachal Pradesh. Now, in Himachal Pradesh, the winter or the temperature is too low. But ferrocement digesters are working very well in that area. We have installed this biogas plant in 2017, and now today is 2021. So for last 4 years, it is running very well and without any issue. Second one to the right side is a swimming pool of around 1 lakh liter capacity, that is 100 meter cube. This is exactly below the ground level. So no ridges and ribs are required for this, and its shape is something different. In the shape that gives strength, so only a 50 thickness of wall is across the border of swimming pool, and this swimming pool was costing us around 3 lakhs rupees. Now, to the party, somebody has quoted around 7.5 lakh rupees for a swimming pool. We have made it in 3 lakhs rupees. Third picture shows a water tank which is below the ground and above the ground. 50,000 liters capacity of this water tank. But below the ground, it is around 8 feet and 3 feet above the ground level. Now, I would like to convey you is if the height above the ground level is not more than 3 feet, that is 1 meter, we are not giving any ridge or ribs to the tank. It's only because there is no any gravitational force acting upon it. And the 7 feet or 7.5 feet, which was below the ground, has been applied with a side margin of murum, and there is also ribs and ribs has been not applied. At the right side, you are looking at the swimming pool, which was constructed above the ground level. And over here, we have given ridge and ribs to the entire border wall. Again, the thickness is 50 and to the left, is there are two photographs of the tank. This is around 1 lakh liter. In the first photograph, you must have observed it's a skeleton, what we have done. And at the downside, uh, the ferrocement swimming pool has been completed. This ladder over there for entering and coming out. And you must have seen on the border above the uh, sides, ribs and ridges have been applied. This is now above the ground level, around 4.5 feet um, is the height of this. This is made up for only for children's, so we have restricted ourselves with a height of 4.5 feet. So 4.5 feet is good enough for school children's. This has been applied at district Nanded of Maharashtra. Next slide, please. Okay. There are two different issues. Both are at Nagpur site. One is a water tank, and the other one is geodesic dome. Now illustrate about geodesic dome first. The geodesic dome, uh, in earlier, the party was having, uh, they were asking us to uh, made a geodesic dome. So I asked them, why geodesic dome? They said, no, 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 it's economical. So we have applied with, we have made the geodesic dome. Now this dome has a peculiar capacity. Instead of steel, we have used bamboo into this. Out of bamboo, we have made the geodesic dome, and it has been again covered with hexa mesh from inner side and outer side, and again tied up. And two uh, layers from outer side and inner side of mortar has been applied. This geodesic dome has been used for the watchman cabin and his residence also. And inside, there is a lot of space where we have built a small pantry along with a small toilet. Out of this geodesic dome, this has been constructed somewhere with a cost of around 150 lakhs, 1,50,000. Now to the left is a Kalash. Now the Hindu mythology is trusting in the Mangal Kalash. The Kalash has been called Mangal. So the party was asking us to make the Kalash shape water tank above the slab. That this is on the third floor level. That means almost around 35 feet above the uh, ground level. But he has uh, given us the scaffolding, and we have constructed this. Now this is a Kalash. Out of that, on the left sides and right side, you must be watching some mango leaves, mango tree leaves, and in between the nariyal, the coconut, has been placed. Now the coconut is empty. Only the Kalash has been filled. This is around 5,000 liter capacity. Why I'm showing you all these two different things? These are the unique reforms. Uh, I have never seen somewhere else, and this is on Nagpur Amravati highway. So everybody who is passing through this highway is stopping over there and asking, "What is this?" So even the plot holder is happy with this reform. My next slide, please. Okay. Now this is a great thing what we have done in 2019 at a place called Kalambar in Nanded district, Tehsil Loha. We have made two ferrocement check dams over there. They are uh, one dam is approximately 150 meters away from the other dam. It's on the same nala. Uh, on the same nala, in the downside at the left, you must be watching the skeleton part. We have made 7 and 9 petals for this dam, and we have plastered it. The ribs, you must have seen the walls and retaining walls. You must have seen in the upper photograph. And in the third photograph, on the right side, on the top, ridge or ribs have been applied for this dam. And fourth photograph has been showing the water flowing above onto this. Now this has been filled. This has filled only in one night. In the evening, the first photograph we have, I am showing you, was empty at 6 o'clock in the evening, and the dam, which was full at around late night 3 o'clock, but we have informed at around say 8:30, and at 9 o'clock I have taken a photograph of this. This was flowing water onto this uh, upper portion. This has made a conservation of around 100 lakh liter with two different check dams, that is 50 lakh each. And this has been constructed with local masons. I was only designing part was given to me and application part was given to me. But with the help of local masons, I have completed this check dam. This has costed the costing of this ferro cement check dam is around 16 lakhs for both the matlab inclusive of both check dams, and the amount has been given to us by Padma Shri Anuradha Podwal Suryoday Foundation. With their help, monetary help, we have applied this into Columban. You must have seen the last photograph, the same check dam with retaining walls, and the flowing level has been quite low, as around 1 to 1.5 feet. And the other check dam, which was downstream of this Nalla, was there, a Kolhapur check dam. That water has been stagnated over here. That's why it has been filled by both sides. But it is not that way. This check dam has on the upper side its storage capacity, and from the lower side, its downside stream. Kolhapuri check dam was there, so it is stagnated water. My personal experience of sharing all this with you is only to show you the reforms. As I have, by the grace of God, I have been. There are number of different reforms I have already made. Check dam, the water tank, the circular water tank, the round water tank, the swimming pool, the biogas dome, and within a short span of around 5 years, I have started my practice into ferro cement in 2016. Now today is 2020, 21. So within 5 years, I have applied the different techniques, as I'm not civil engineer, but by the guidance of Dr. B.N. Devekar, Madhurao Sangle, Girish Sangle, Chandramohan Angekar, Padmanabh Lele, they have helped me a lot. And with their technical help, I have come through this up-to-date position.
Sir, you have done a lot of work on underground tanks.
Okay.
So what provision have you made for uplift pressure of the water?
Upliftment of pressure. Yes, yes. It is true. At the downside, we are having RCC slab of around 3 inches thickness or 4 inches thickness, because everywhere this problem occurs. And in addition to that, I'd like to share that there should be one additional pit. If I'm going to dig uh, a pit for a digester or even the water tank, an additional pit at the downside of this pit, the water flow which is coming down uh, at the bottom of tank should be flow away from this another tank, another pit. So by this way, upliftment pressure doesn't occur.
Okay.
At
Because
least for me,
normally
at
that
least for
happens.
yeah, it has been happened in Yavatmal. It has been already happened, but we have overcome with the issue by digging one another pit, which is much more below of the ground level or the bottom level of the digester.
Okay. Otherwise, it fails.
Yeah, yeah,
Every
sure,
water
sure,
tank,
sure.
underground, every underground structure, we have to make provision that uplift pressure. We have to take care
You are
of the
right.
uplift pressure.
You are right.
It is very, very important.
Yes, yes. For the
And
upliftment, what we have done is I have illustrated already.
and what about the portion below? You have made provision for making it gas proof from the
Okay,
top.
okay,
But for below ground portion, what
okay.
provision is any provision is made?
See what happens in biogas digesters. Uh, Actually, two-thirds of the height has been filled with sludge.
Okay.
Over there, we have to make it liquid proof. The gas molecules tends to come up, so it will be on the upper side. So one-third of the height, which is for the storage of biogas, that has been taken care of by making FRP lining.
Is any reaction of gas to
Huh.
the ferrocement work,
Wall,
mean for a
wall.
wall? For steel or some cement, we are applying cement there, cement mortar there.
Yeah,
There
okay,
is any reaction for steel? My one question is there. And the
okay,
second question is, for swimming pool, you have not provided a ribs for underground swimming pool. But
okay,
one your in presentation, there is a ribs for above ground.
okay,
So why this happen?
okay, okay. The first thing, cement has never came. There is no any chemical reaction as far as the biogas is concerned, because
Huh?
in biogas, acetic acid has been formed,
Hmm.
but that acid has been broken and it has been turned into two molecules of carbon dioxide and methane.
Huh.
So there is no acid remaining inside.
Hmm.
So there is no any chemical reaction which is happening on border wall,
Hmm.
because if it happens, the whole biogas digesters across the nations have been filled
Hmm.
earlier. But there is no any problem of
ठीक.
any chemical reaction.
ठीक.
Now, your
ठीक.
second question was around the ribs
Hmm.
that has been provided, which is above the ground level and
Hmm.
which was below the level. Uh, I have constructed two different swimming pools. One is exactly below the ground level, where I have not applied ribs at all.
Why?
Is is only because there is an equal pressure of stored water to the boundary wall, and from the outer side, which is the ground or the mortar. Sorry, not mortar, uh, but what you can call it as the earthen part.
Hmm.
The earthen part tries to build a pressure onto the swimming pool wall, but from the inner side of swimming pool, if it is filled, there are ribs required when you are going to keep it empty, or there is no any issue of having ribs which is below the ground, but above the ground, yeah, ribs are necessary, that I have already given.
Hmm. Thank you.
So overall, have you found the costing of this ferrocement biogas digesters and
Okay,
with RCC? You are done with RCC or in steel or in other materials? You have done.
I'll tell you the rough pricing structure. Uh,
Okay.
Brickwork is in between 6 to 7 rupees a liter.
Okay.
RCC is in uh, is in a span of 10 to 12 rupees a liter, and for MS, that is uh, steel it is around 14 to 15 rupees a liter. The simplest form what I found is to build digester with ferro cement, which is nearby to 3 rupees 50 paisa to 4 rupees a liter, which is very economical and which gives a good life also.
Murudkar sir, can we make
Ah,
can we make this biogas plant in precast?
biogas plant in Vikas.
In precast,
Yes, it is possible.
it is possible. But
Definitely.
how we can maintain the round shape?
नहीं round shape नहीं. See,
You can.
biogas plant is in the shape of dome. So we can make petals, 8 to 10 petals. We can make it. And, in precast, it is possible. The main problem is this: instead of precast, what I feel. Sorry, Murudkar sir,
No,
but
no problem.
uh, in uh, my opinion, uh, if it is a direct mortar filling at the site itself, it is better to have the direct mortar filling instead of using precast. There are three problems. One is transportation. Second is loading unloading. At the loading site, at Murudkar site, they can load it, but at the our site, uh, which is having a biogas plant, down is a great problem. And third one is its alignment. If it alignment is not done properly, then the leakages occurs for both liquid and gas.
Sir, I think you can do site precasting partially.
Okay,
Partially
okay,
precasting and partially in situ
okay.
work.
Agreed, agreed,
That
agreed,
is,
Lele saab.
I have
Agreed,
done
Lele
some
saab.
work like that and it
Yes,
helps.
yes, yes,
It
yes.
helps.
But
We can reduce
in
the
other
thickness
cases,
and
like housing or even any other thing, you have uh, rather there is no any concept of leak proof.
yeah,
Okay. Uh, in our case, it has to be leak proof, matlab liquid proof. And besides to liquid proof, this is most important is gas proof.
yeah, that is important.
So gas proof is
That's why.
precast मध्ये.
Part precast and part in situ.
Okay, 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 okay. Agreed.
And use precast at site, not in
Okay.
factory.
Agreed,
That
agreed.
will avoid the loading unloading problem, erection problem, many
Now
problems.
you must have observed these problems
Yeah,
because you are,
I am trying to overcome
yeah.
that way.
But on-site precast is a great thing.
That way we have to work out. I'm not perfected in that, but I can suggest and we can experiment
Okay, okay,
and we can try better solution for such
okay,
problems.
okay.
So Murudkar sir have already done
Huh.
experimentation for precasting round shape in
Huh.
segments, and we
Yeah,
can
I
assemble those segments on site and
yeah,
do some precasting on casting in situ on site.
right, right, right,
That's what he
right.
has done. He has done in his
Yeah, yeah,
factory. But site
yeah.
precasting is a better thing, I think.
Huh. Because it has to be leak proof. That
Your
is my concern.
transportation, loading, unloading problem will be solved.
That has been taken care of. But my problem is again to make it leak proof.
Yeah, it will be. For your next
Liquid and
project, we
gas.
will discuss and we can
Liquid
solve.
and yes, sure, sure, sure,
For your next project, we can work out parallel
sure,
and together we can think
sure,
over it.
sure.
Regarding the issue of bottom slab of your tank
Hmm.
and the swimming pool and others. As you said, it's okay. It's very nice that you are doing the reinforced concrete for
Hmm.
bottom slab, as you told.
Yeah.
But if it is thin reinforced concrete, maybe 3 inch, 4 inch, or 5 inch, then actually we have every doubt to become the corroded of reinforcing bar. because if it is very thin, usually American code they recommend not less than 6 inches below the ground any slab. So and we have to actually keep provisions a little bit more clear cover for reinforcing bar if it is below the ground. So from that point of view, whether we can go for a ferrocement slab even for the bottom one, and we can apply, we can put some inverted rib, and later on just we can fill those space using maybe very lean concrete or only sand, and then again there is a lamination of the ferrocement. I think if it is concrete, the life and longevity will not match with your ferrocement part, because if your wall is ferrocement, your bottom slab is reinforced concrete, what I believe maybe the bottom slab life will be relatively less than the wall. This is just my assumption.
Okay.
Sir, you are perfectly right. You are perfectly right, because while working, I also thought over it. And normally, while working underground tanks, any type of tanks, I put a PVC sheet, and over that PVC sheet, I have put shower tiles. And on the top of shower tile, I have put that RCC. Because what happens from bottom portion of that raft, you cannot be sure that water is not touching and rusting is not happening to the bottom bars. That's why I'm doing this thing. I'm putting a PVC sheet, and on the top of PVC sheet, I'm putting shower tiles, so that from bottom the bar will not get rust. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah, on the other hand, actually, the concrete is more porous than the ferrocement part.
Right.
Okay. This is true. This is true.
Deepak,
Yes, please.
your idea of lowering down the water table by having a pit by the side, that means you are making an additional pit wherein which is at below the level of your water tank bottom.
Yes.
That is very good idea. You are lowering down the water table itself so that it won't have the uplift pressure. That is a very good idea. Yes, yes. And it is economical also. To have a water pit, it is very simple, and that is economical also.
Thank you.
And secondly, if you are having a uplift pressure, if you come across some uplift pressure, say if it is of say 1 meter height of uplift, that means 1 meter uplift, that will be compensated by say about 50 or 40 centimeter thickness of concrete, because the density difference between the water and RCC is 2.5. So 1 meter divided by 2.5, there is a 40 centimeter slab below will be able to take up the uplift of 1 meter. So accordingly, if you are on 3 meters uplift, you can have that way the concrete poured in it, additional concrete poured, and add to the weight of the tank so that it won't get lifted. That is the other suggestion. That is what we are doing in many places.
We have faced this issue in Yavatmal district, and in this rainy season, there is a tremendous rainfall, and the pit itself was full of water, even by pumping out through the pump sets, which was not possible. So we have to wait. And after that, when we had this problem of upliftment, we have dig one additional pit, which was below the ground level of the digester. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Good. Very good.
Thank you.
But
Thank you, sir.
one thing just I need to know, what's the technique you follow for lowering the water table?
There is no any technique. I have to just ensure the bottom level of my digester And below of this, the bottom level of digester, I have to make an additional pit by digging, in which water is flowing, and there is no any upliftment pressure is building.
Oh, but actually, the problem we face here is during rainy season.
Yeah.
Actually, entrapped water. It's not the underground aquifer water, but entrapped water. It actually exert pressures from bottom because of buoyancy. It's very difficult actually to manage this buoyant pressure, and usually we put more concrete, more load to compensate that buoyant pressure.
Okay. As far as biogas digester is concerned, the sludge density of biogas is much greater than what Dr. Divekar has suggested. Instead of making it, I totally agree with you. It's only 40 thickness slab is good enough for 1 meter pressure. In our digesters, the sludge is great thing. It has a more density. It's around 3 to 3.5 sometimes. So 3.5 density in a column of say around 3 meter height. The density of the sludge is greater than the water. So there will not be any effect of upliftment pressure. This is only in the case of biogas digester. Now, if we are to think water tank, yes, what you are suggesting is right.
Sir, it is in worse condition, when your tank is empty and if there is water, then it will create a problem.
But this is happening everywhere because we have to make it empty. While constructing it, it has been empty.
Yeah.
And
at time, if water comes from below, then it will be a problem. But otherwise, there will not be any problem.
Yeah, okay.
If it gets filled, there will not be any problem.
Yeah, I was very. I appreciate the way you utilized ferro cement, and I have a design that is called a cantilevered retaining wall, and I believe it would be something to discuss in person with you, possibly if I'm in India again, because I could see it being utilized with what they call geotextiles to capillary the water and slow down possibly the rivers that you are damming with. You'd have to see the design, and perhaps I'll send it or I'll make a presentation one day. But I really appreciate what your attempts are and your success in utilizing the ferro cement that way.
Thank you.
One question though.
Yes.
Do you train the men on site, or are they people that are familiar with that type of construction and they come with you?
Okay. There are no any institutes as far as who are giving training for ferro cement. So trained staff is not available anywhere. My policy is this: wherever I go, this is basically in rural areas. So I found some chaps over there who are roaming here and there. I asked them, would you like to make some income? If they agree, then I ask them if they are not only masons, they are not welders, they have not done anything of work update, but within say 3 to 5 days, by continuously doing same work again and again, they become masters into this. Now
you're a very good teacher, you're saying.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm teaching them.
Good for you. Also, ferro cement lends itself to a handoff to other people. It does. Yeah.
That is true. That is more important job he is doing.
Well.
He is training the persons.
Because we have there is no any possibility of getting trained masons which are very trained into ferrocement. They are trained in normal RCC work, brickwork, or any other civil activities. But for ferrocement, they are not knowing. So I have decided to train people.
We have to congratulate you, sir, because you are real ambassador of ferrocement.
Ambassador at site level. He is not a theoretician only. He is a practical man doing the training at site.
I am thankful to everybody for listening and thankful to Anera sir. He is doing wonderful job.